let's be real, we're all drowning in AI hype. I mean, every single day, there's a new tool, a new promise that it's going to revolutionize everything. But you know what? Behind all that noise, there's a very different conversation happening in the boardrooms of the most successful companies. They're not just asking what AI can do, they're asking what it should do. And that's exactly what we're going to unpack right now. So it all kicks off with this dilemma. It's this fundamental tension that pretty much every leader is wrestling with as they come face to face with this incredibly powerful and frankly kind of intimidating new technology. You know, this quote, it just flies in the face of all that hype. We have this picture in our heads of CEOs just clamoring for the latest and greatest AI, but the reality, it's way more complicated. And look, this isn't about them being old-fashioned or anything. It's a caution that comes from experience. That one word says it all, cautious. And it's so important to understand this isn't fear, and it's not resisting change. It's a deliberate, measured caution, which really makes you wonder, why? Well, it's because they've got some scar tissue. Leaders have seen this movie before, right, with other tech waves. They've lived through those rushed projects that end up creating massive headaches because nobody stopped to think about the guardrails. They know that just going fast without any structure is a total recipe for disaster. Okay, so this caution, it basically leads us to two totally different paths you can go down with AI. Let's, for a second, walk down the one that's paved with good intentions, but, well, almost always ends in failure. All right, this right here, this is pretty much the recipe for things to go wrong. Just look at that left side for a second. AI fails when? These are like the three big tripwires that can completely derail an AI project before it even has a chance to get going. So let's really dig into this. When responsibility is all blurry, it's just a game of hot potato the second something breaks. When speed is the only thing that matters, it's like launching a rocket without double-checking for leaks. And you get into real trouble when you automate those complex decisions way too soon. Imagine an AI handling customer refunds. It's great for the simple stuff, but then it wrongly denies a refund to a huge client over some tiny technicality, and poof, you've just torched a massive relationship because the AI couldn't grasp the human context. That's the kind of danger we're talking about. Okay, so that's the cautionary tale. But now, let's flip the script and look at how to get it right. The path that's built on a much more mature way of thinking. This is the absolute core idea, the big mindset shift you need to make. The best teams, they don't treat AI like some flashy new gadget. They treat it like critical infrastructure. I mean, think about it like the electricity in your house, right? It's invisible, it's totally reliable, and it's tightly controlled. You never think about it when it's working, you only notice it when it breaks. And that, right there, is the goal for AI that actually works. Okay, so let's go back to that chart we saw earlier, but this time, let's fill in the right side. And what's so cool is that the works when column is like a perfect antidote to the fails when column. Every single failure point has a direct, powerful solution. Blurred responsibility? Nope, we have clear ownership. Speed at all costs? No way, we define the exceptions. Automating everything too soon? Not a chance, we keep humans in the loop. And if we break it down, it's actually a pretty simple but super powerful checklist. First up, ownership. This is non-negotiable. Somebody's name is on it, period. Second, the smartest systems know what they don't know. They know exactly when to raise a hand and say, hey, I need a human to look at this. And third, for those really critical calls, a human being always has the final say. So this whole infrastructure approach, this path to getting it right, it really boils everything down to one massive shift in the main question that leaders are asking themselves and their teams. This is the starting block for so many projects, right? It's all about what the tech can do. A team gets super excited about the technology, and their first instinct is to go looking for a problem that fits their shiny new solution, asking, hey, what can we do with this thing? But see, the really smart, strategic leader, they ask something completely different. They ask, should it? And that one little word, man, it changes everything. It completely reframes the discussion from what's technologically possible to what's strategically wise. It's not about what's cool anymore. It's about what's right, what's responsible. And really, that's what it all comes down to. True maturity in this new world of AI, it isn't measured by how complex your algorithms are. It's measured by the quality of your questions. Making that shift from can we to should we, that's what separates the flash-in-the-pan hype from the kind of real, lasting, invisible intelligence that's actually going to build the future.